My assistant puts reasons for appointments on my calendar, and I just found this one.
Okay, so here's what it says. Wants to take husband for everything he has. So lovely, so strong, so independent, so wonderful. Isn't that so great? Doesn't that inspire you guys to want to get married? Oh, yeah.
Noted.
All men want to get married after seeing that these girls are literally like, oh, I'm unhappy. Okay, time to take you for everything you have. Like, you see what I'm saying? So who has the risk in such an arrangement? Is it the man or is it the woman? Well, I mean, you know the answer to the question. It's obviously not the man. Oh, wait. Yes, it is.
What is like having a baby mama who cares more for money? Hey, I'll be over at 9 to pick up the kids for the weekend. Well, I heard you got a new job. What does that have to do with my time with the kids? Well, John and I aren't working due to COVID. I can't help you. I'm already giving you $1,000 a month. Do you want to see the kids? Yes, of course. Then pay.
Perfect. Again, so wonderful, so strong, so independent, so lovely. So you mean you tried to have a relationship with a girl, and then she doesn't, of course, there's no marriage before the children. Then she leaves you for another man, shacks up with him, with your child there, and neither of them want to work. No, you have to work to see your children. You have to pay money to your girl, ex-girl, and her new boy toy in order to see your children. You see? So women are able to, in the modern 2022 climate, hold men at threat point like that. And we're expected to want to marry and have children in such an environment? Explain that one to me.
We need to see a judge.
Ridiculous. Divorced at 64 years old. Nobody taking care of me. Nights by myself. Wait, she's 64? This woman is looking great at 64. Wow. Bed to myself, own bank account, always in a good mood, normal BS. Oh, yeah, so strong, so independent, so lovely. Yeah, so again, young women, they see this and they're like, oh yeah, I can get divorced at any time. I'm just going to be happy. I'm going to be fulfilled. I'm going to be so great. I'm going to be excellent. Yeah, that's... Again, why would guys want to get married in the West when this is the situation? Any point from now to eternity, the girl could divorce you. She still gets the benefits. Where is the recompense? Where is the payment for men? Where is the authority to go with the responsibility? Where's that?
Okay, ladies, want to know what dating in your 40s is like? After bad online date after bad online date, finally find a decent guy. We're ready to go to the next step, get a hotel room by the beach, and last night, do the necessary things, do the plucking, do the shaving. Today, 2 o'clock, day of, send a text. I send the text saying, all right, you getting excited? You ready to go? Insert BS excuse here. Nope, can't go. Sorry, something came up. Okay, that's great. When did you find out? Oh, 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago? Lice. So, sure hope I can cancel the hotel. Nope, can't. Had to cancel an hour before. Yep, now I'm stuck with the bill. So, guess I'm off to the hotel by myself.
Right, and again, what is the implication there? The implication is it's the guy's fault, right? Totally not the girl's choices for being 40 and still being on dating apps. Where is your husband? Where are your children? Where is your loyalty to those men in your 20s that you met that you could have capitalized on? No. We're not going to be with those men. I can do better. I can do better. And again, these girls get alpha widowed a million times and then expect to find a good man at 40. It's not going to happen. They can find easily a younger woman than you, a more competitive woman than you that they actually want to be with. And I'm afraid that's the way the world really works. Hello and welcome to Heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. It's patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. All right, let's continue.
Hey, Jill.
Yes.
What's the difference between you and a rooster?
I don't know.
A rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. You say any cock will do.
No.
No comment. Too spicy.
Men who fetish traditional women and obsess over women that are modest, obedient, quiet, and homemakers are walking red flags.
Right, those men are terrible. Wanting the things that men want? Oh yeah, that makes us so bad. Because we don't want you? Oh man, we're the worst humans on the planet. Oh my god, wanting a girl who doesn't argue, who wants to cook and clean, who wants to be our girl and doesn't want to sleep around and advertise herself wearing, you know, mostly nothing on TikTok. Oh yeah, those guys are terrible. Who would ever want those things? Who would ever want to be those things? Worst men, worst human beings imaginable. Worst.
They are insecure boys
that
are intimidated by strong...
Right. We're intimidated by strong, confident women. Oh, yes. So scared. So scared of your, argumentative garbage. So intimidated by your wonderful career as as an accountant. Fighting men all day, as a lawyer, arguing all day. Oh, so intimidated, so scared. Cowering, in fact. So intimidated by the fact that you earn equal money to us and then disdain us. So intimidated, so scared. It's not at all a cope by you as to why the men don't want you. Oh, no. It's their fault. It's always men's fault. And especially the fact that you're at your age and you don't have a ring. I mean, I'm looking at your left hand right there. You're single still at 35 plus with lots of makeup and a filter. I mean, what does that say? You repulsed all the guys when you were in your 20s? You thought you were better than all of them? Well, the shoe's on the other foot, isn't it?
Confident women. Get a dog if you want obedience.
Right, women should never be obedient. No, that's terrible. Women should be in charge. Men should be obedient. Men should be the cooks. Men should be the cleaners. Men should work full-time. Men should have a car. Men should be good in bed. Men should have absolutely everything the women want. Men should be 6 foot tall, have 6 figures, have six-pack abs, work a good job, be confident, dominant leaders of industry. But when they come home, oh, they should obey their boss. They should obey the boss lady who wears the pants. Get a dog if you want obedience. Women should never submit. Men should submit. Great lady here. So guys, again, like women, if you're watching this video, look at her. Take a long look. If you have this attitude, you will have these results. No marriage, trying to cope, trying to convince other women to join your team because you're miserable in it. Buying dogs and, cats and buying boxed wine. And crying in the bathtub when they finish their TikTok. Like, this is 2022, girls. Like, if you're doing it wrong, your life is forfeit in the long term. You will not be able to get the results that you actually want. Instead, you'll have misery and loneliness and no one to blame but yourself. If you want to not be this woman, you need to make good choices when you're 18 to 23.
Ladies, we need to stop making these men feel like they have to treat us like a queen and they're obligated to treat us like a queen if you're not going to treat them like a king.
True, although this statement here implies an egalitarian equalist relationship. Okay, let me give you a PSA here. This is a public service announcement, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? The title of queen is given to the wife of a king. You cannot be a queen without a king. You cannot be a queen without submitting to a king. That is in the definition of the term queen. So if you are demanding to be treated like a queen, but you are not doing what queens do, you're not a queen, you're a pretender. Anyway, let's go on to the article here. Average frustrated chump. Again, this is from Rollo Tomasi. Check him out on The Rational Male. Buy his books. He's wonderful. Again, I'm reading this stuff because his articles are necessary reading for men. So here you go. In the community, there's a lot of want for better terms. One of the major obstacles is in the average guy's path to unplugging is really coming to terms with the terms we use. Somewhere on the net, I'm sure there's a glossary of the common acronyms used in the manosphere. I hate that term too, outlining the various shorthands we use. Some of these have gone mainstream, and I'm beginning to see them in legitimate online journalistic endeavors like LTR, long-term relationship, or ONS, one night stand. They're used somewhat regularly. The reason that this is a hurdle for a lot of plugged-in guys is because it seems almost juvenile, like a treehouse club for preteen boys. For me to draw comparisons of an acculturated feminine social paradigm to the central plot of the Matrix movies, admittedly on the surface seems kind of silly. It's an apt comparison though, and a useful allegory when you understand the concepts behind it. But for a guy just coming to grasp with it, and with a guy who's been feminine primary socialized for his whole life, it doesn't click. And predictably, women invested in the same socialization see the terminology as little more than little boys holed up in their treehouse throwing rocks at the girls below. However, like any new developing science or art or technology, there's always going to be need to codify abstract concepts. We lack better terms, so we're forced to create new ones to represent new concepts. The AFC, who's the average frustrated chump, or the loser, was coined almost a decade ago with the mystery method. It's seen a lot of modification over the years, becoming almost synonymous with the use of the term beta male or herbivorous male, like in Japan. In fact, although I use it often, I rarely read AFC in PUA blogs, forums, or the community at large. Regardless of the terminology, the concept is really the crux of the term. Most losers, most guys looking in from the outside, can relate to the idea of what an average frustrated chump is. They can identify it with it. Once they begin unplugging, the AFC idea comes into better focus, and usually with some discomfort, they realize how the term applies to themselves. So here are the qualities of the loser. Oneitis. So he believes in the myth of the one. He subscribes to feminine idealizations. To him, supplication is supportive. To comply with gender equalism, she must increase, so he must decrease, regardless of how subtly this is realized. The savior schema. He believes in reciprocation of intimacy for problem solved. The martyr schema. The more you sacrifice, the more it shows devotion. The friend's debt. Let's just be friends, and a pseudo-friendship as a means to prospective intimacy. I believe in that. They primarily rely on dating and social skills developed during adolescence and early adulthood without practice. They have a behavioral history that illustrates a mental attitude of serial monogamy and the related insecurities that accompany it. A belief that women infallibly and consciously recognize what they want and honestly convey this to them irrespective of behaviors that contradict this. Uses deductive reasoning in determining intent and bases female motivations on statements rather than objectively observing behavior. Believes women's natural propensity is for rational rather than emotional thought. This is where a lot of guys fall into pitfalls, right? Where they believe that, women say exactly what they want when you ask them, like, what are you attracted to in a guy? And they'll actually tell you the truth. They won't. They'll tell you the politically correct answer like you see on It's Complicated channel. An over-reliance on rejection buffers. So these guys will not, go up to girls and talk to them. They'll have sniper mentality and wait for the perfect moment. And they'll use, online dating or whatever only, exclusively, and be afraid of rejection. Believes in the identification myth. The more alike he is to women, or can make himself with his idealized female, the better he'll be able to attract and secure her intimacy. And actually, that doesn't work because polarity is what attracts women, not likeness. Believes and practices the not like other guys doctrine of self-perceived uniqueness, even under the condition of anonymity. So, for example, online, when I'm saying something that's the truth, and then these guys come out and say, you hate women, you're against women, everything you say is so bad, you're a bad man, bad hell. Like, again, it's bullshit, right? Like, obviously. Considers LDRs, long distance relationships, a viable option for prolonged intimacy. So guys, long distance relationships are just pen pals, they don't work. Maintains an internalized belief in the qualifications and characterizations of women that coincide with his ability to attract them. Ergo, he self-confirms that she's out of my league and she's a garden tool on the fly to reinforce his positions for his given conditions. So basically, if the girl isn't interested in him, she's a garden tool, etc. She's out of my league, that kind of stuff. Harbors irrational, often socially reinforced fears of long-term solitude and alters his mindset to accommodate or settle for a less than optimal short-term relationship, often with lifelong consequences. So the idea is this. They believe that, you know, because they slept with this girl, that she's the best that I can do and I'll never find another girl, and so I have to, you know, marry her or commit to her or whatever. The loser will confirm a belief in egalitarian equality between the genders without consideration for variance between the genders. Ergo, men make perfectly acceptable feminine models and women make perfectly acceptable masculine models. Due to societal pressures, he unconsciously self-confirms androgyny as his goal state, which means not being maximally masculine. Rather, he's going to seek being as in the middle as possible, is the idea. Okay, so there you go. That was from Rolo Tomasi. Okay, back to the video here.
It goes both ways. If you want him to tell you you're beautiful, you want him to make you feel beautiful, then do the same for him. Tell him he's handsome. Tell him his hard work in the gym is paying off. And
oh my god, this is terrible advice. This is solipsism, right? So the girl assumes, if it's good for me, it's good for him. Again, the girl assumes that her personal experience can be generalized to the whole population. What I like is what all men like. What I want is what all men want, you see? And obviously that's not how that works, right? If it were that way, then we wouldn't have two genders, we'd have just one.
You see those gains or whatever. It's little things that count. Make him feel appreciated.
That is true, and it is the little things that count, such as cooking, cleaning, being respectful, not fighting, you know, listening, doing what you're supposed to be doing as a girlfriend, you know, not being on social media, etc. These are the little things.
Make him feel like he's valued.
True.
Because after a hard, long week and coming home to no kind of affection or anything, it makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Every man wants to come home to a girl that's, you know, feminine, that loves him, supports, you know, like, and you know, is there as a, like, not a source of calm, but like, women have a calming effect on men when they do it properly, right? So, you know, men are like push, fight, be strong, be powerful, be competitive, succeed, compete, etc. And then they can relax in that home environment after pushing so hard. That's what, you know, women are evolved to do. And when they do it properly, it has a very positive effect on a man's psychology, right? It actually does help the man a lot. But when it's done poorly, like as this girl's describing, it's destructive. It hurts the man. It's true.
So treat your man like a king and he'll treat you like a queen.
That's true.
It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. It's not hard.
No, it's true. It isn't. But in the modern society, right, where in the modern society where women are not feminized, right? They're raised to be masculine. A lot of them have lost the ability to do that. Okay, so this is again a fake Tinder profile here. So again, you can just Google these, but there's a lot to be learned even from the fake ones. So this is Dan C. Hey, pretty girls, just wanted to warn you all about my husband who's on here. Her husband is on Tinder. I'm divorcing the piece of garbage, but his name is Travis. He's 38, not 30. He's got 2 kids, neither that he takes care of. Oh, and I have la la la. So if you want to shop, la la la. Okay. So here's the idea, guys. The idea is this. This is what an alpha widow looks like, right? So she's an alpha widow because she's talking about the guy that got away, right? And she calls him such a piece of crap, but she had 2 children with him. So, I mean, what does that say? She gave him the highest honor that a girl can give a guy. And he's such a piece of crap, right? That's why you got together with him and had your most fertile years with him? Yeah. Okay.
But trust me, if you don't do it, there's someone else complimenting him. There's someone else making him feel the way that you should be making him feel.
Oh, that's true. That's called, but again, she's telling on herself, because the only men that women are interested in are those with options, which most men don't have. But what she's saying is true, that the men that women are actually interested in, those men, the competitive men, they do have other options, and women will compete in this femininity thing to try and convince the guy to go with her instead of his current girl. That's absolutely true.
My needs are simple. All I want is someone to squeeze my butt and tell me I'm pretty.
Okay, so when girls make videos like this, what are they actually for? What they're actually for is the attention and validation of multiple men. So, I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that, right? All right, let's continue.
So you bagged him. I have baggage.
Okay, I'm muting it. Okay, this girl has baggage, so she's dancing on TikTok for attention from men. Perfect. All right, that's about right. His ex airdropped a picture of his meat to the school. Now everybody's calling it small, so I told him to just go to sleep and it'll be okay.
His ex airdropped a picture of his meat to the school.
Okay. Savage. All right. Can't fix that. But again, this is what the girls will do, right? They'll stoop to any level. Again, there's an expression in the Bible, right? It goes, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." Okay, let's see.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't understand.
I told my mom I got my nipples pierced.
Lovely. Oh, and it's so strong, so empowered, so independent. You see, I'm making my parents angry and filming it and putting it on TikTok. Aren't I such a great daughter? Yeah, like, what a disaster. Again, wouldn't you be proud to have this girl as your daughter? I mean, not her specifically. I mean, the archetype of women that act like this, right? Again, this is just an example of what? Like, women raised in a society that says women can do whatever they want and they're strong and empowered for doing whatever they want, and then when they do it and it ruins them and the parents tell them, they just don't listen because, you know, society has brainwashed them to believe all the BS. And there you go. Then they end up miserable, alone with cats and boxed wine, and wonder what happened and where all the good men went. Meanwhile, enjoy your pierced nipples. You see? Just ridiculous.
Welcome back to part 2 on why you should not control what your girlfriend wears. Alright, I'm gonna have to
What?
tell a little story with this one because the argument I got in with my ex actually helped me understand this a lot more. Okay, so the argument started because she wasn't wearing a bra and she was going to Target or something like that. And I was like, yo, put on a bra, bruh. Like, I can see your girlies hanging out, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, fast forward to me being angry, right?
Okay, so here's the idea, guys. Your girl should give you her best as her boyfriend. You are the person that is deserving of a higher standard of treatment than random people on the street. So if she dresses better for random people on the street than for you, what does that say? It says everything it needs to say. She's advertising to those people and not to you. It's a direct sign of disrespect. And that's what this guy is getting at. That's why he was having the argument.
I expected her to respond like, you're not going to tell me what to do, yada, 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 right? But she didn't do that. Instead, she told me that there's already so many things that a woman can't do simply because she's a woman, that her wearing what she wants to is not going to be another one of those things. When I tell you the second that she said that, not only did my mouth drop, so did my ego. We as men don't understand.
Right, so what is the implication here by what the guy is saying in the TikTok? He's saying, submit to women, listen to what women say, do as they say. Supplication and support is what men should be doing. It's literally what Rollo said in his article, right? He believes that by supplicating to and supporting the feminine, that he'll be more attractive and get a better relationship. And the truth is that he won't. The truth is that he should have enforced the rule that he wanted. And if she doesn't want to follow the rule and she wants to be strong and empowered, she can be strong and empowered without a boyfriend.
And that the world is literally catered to us, and everything that we want to.
No, it ain't. It used to be, maybe. But right now, it is no longer. Although, arguably, the world was always catered to women because, again, reproduction and the continuation of the human race is actually the highest priority. And society and civilization is just a way to make the world safer in order for more reproduction in a greater quantity to be able to happen. So, no. Wrong.
To do, we can do. I can go running at night. I can go to the club and not worry about my drink getting fucked with. I can walk outside and not worry about somebody objectifying my body. But
okay. Again, this guy is just saying all the womanist talking points, right? He's saying all the womanist talking points because he believes that supplication to the feminine imperative is what will make him more attractive. And I mean, it will. I'll bet on this TikTok that he posted, he'll get like a million likes, a million follows, a million subscriptions, etc. Not realizing that this very belief set that he has is what will ruin his relationship and cause his girl to leave him or sleep with another guy. Like, it's sad. All right, let's go to the article. 4 reasons why we should stop stigmatizing women's body hair. Humans have been removing body hair since before we even were technically humans, but it wasn't until 1915 when an ad featuring a woman with hairless armpits appeared, that the trend picked up. Early embarrassments. There were 2 Cindys in my 4th grade class, but Cindy K was the popular one, so when she teased me about having hairy legs, I was utterly humiliated. Truth be told, I'd already suspected that my leg hair was shameful, and her taunts just confirmed my fears, so I went home and begged my mom to let me shave. Unsurprisingly, she said no. Her views on body hair were also a product of her upbringing as a child of As a result, she didn't shave consistently, and she also didn't see why I, at 9 or later 19 or even 29, should bother wasting so much time doing so. But as a kid, I knew exactly why this would be time well spent. Okay, so it sets a narrow precedent. These days, I'm the mother of an 8-year-old daughter, and I worry about the impact of my behavior, so I try to downplay the fact that I shave my legs and I tell her how pretty her leg hair is. And just as I do in my health classes, I remind her that some people remove body hair and others don't. So again, it's telling women that they have a choice. And I mean, you do have a choice. You do have a choice to do what you want to do. The only thing is that actions have consequences, right? And I'm not saying that like little kids should be like shaving, but what I'm saying is that when you're 20 years old in the prime of your agency, you need to maximize your appearance. And if what the man that you're interested in, what the man that you maximally want to attract wants is that, then that's what you have to do. That's just what it goes. It plays into the gender binary. Okay. It's not. Okay. All right. The other stuff is a little bit too spicy for YouTube. But there you go. All right. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We're going to end the article there. So again, thank you so much for listening. Again, if you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub, hit all for notifications if you'd like to support me. I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. It's patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I really do appreciate it, especially if you took the time out of your busy day to listen to the entire thing. You guys are wonderful, and I will see you next time.